is voting against the first reading of this bill tonight. So we've had a lot of talk about what smart meters are and what they can do and how good they are, and smart meters are good, and this government does support the introduction of smart meters. But we have to make a distinction between smart meters and advanced meters, and what we've got in New Zealand now are advanced meters. And smart meters are an emerging type of technology, a technology which is still coming into the market, still being commercialised, and still being put in products which we can use. But in New Zealand, we're not quite there. So in fact, putting in a piece of regulation and legislation to make something happen which isn't in existence now, which will change significantly maybe in the way it's delivered, or as technology changes, there might be a great big shift. And if we're going to regulate and force something now, why don't we wait? Why don't we wait till we have got these smart meters in New Zealand and actually see what they look like? Although some aspects of metering are regulated under Part D of the Electricity Governance Rules, the rollout of smart meters is actually still unregulated. However, the Electricity Commission issued guidelines in May 2008 that recommended minimum standards for smart meter systems. The guidelines are recommendations only. Participants are not required to comply with them. But many organisations already are gearing up, and many are already in that space without being told they have to do it and without this legislation. So what does the report say? The Electricity Commission report on smart meters, which is the most recent bit of information we've got on this. It was reported back to the Minister in December 2009. The Commission's overall recommendation that it is not necessary to extensively regulate the rollout of smart meters because the benefits of regulation do not outweigh the costs. So the benefits do not outweigh the costs at this stage. The last thing this country needs is increased electricity prices. The last thing this country needs is to put another piece of law in place which will make the costs of those users go up even higher. So this is not the right time for a piece of legislation like this. So what does the bill do? It requires providers of smart meters to offer consumers, before the installation, service or upgrade of any domestic smart meter, an in-home display unit, import and export capability, and the choice of particular types of prescribed tariffs. It sets out minimum requirements for smart meters, such as they must include certain components, features that accord with the electricity government rules, the means to control any existing hot water cylinder, various other features, and crucially, home area network functionality, not just capability. And there is a difference in that. And it introduces regulation-making powers for the purposes of assisting domestic consumers. Now, this is already happening in certain areas without this piece of legislation. Some of the reasons why the bill's provisions are unnecessary is because there is widespread compliance. There's already voluntary guidelines on smart meters. The technical matters contained in the bill are inappropriate for primary legislation and can instead be advanced through rules made by the new Electricity Authority. Mr. Speaker, there will be a time and a place maybe for this, but the industry's already doing it all right on its own. We don't need to interfere at this stage. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.